life. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty much content with just rhyming all day.
Or digital can instantly share pictures.
I can start. Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
You know what it is. Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn out we do. Hey.
They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said go.
Life, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another installment of. What just happened? Welcome to another installment of the Low-Down on TSWS Gaming. I'm Loke7, and joining me as always is Mr. Ham Solo. Ham, how you doing? Ham?
I'm wondering what's wrong with you.
Why?
Because you always start the show and then you're never ready when it's when it stops.
I don't know what happened. It's suddenly something happened. I don't know what happened.
You're
Honestly,
the one that
I
hit
don't.
the start
Ty,
streaming button, and then I'm like,
God
okay,
damn it.
it's the video's gonna play again, so I better hit the live button because he's not paying any attention. I hit the live button and we're just sitting
Man.
here.
I don't know what happened. Ty, Sensei, Vincent, welcome.
Jeez.
Yeah. So yesterday I did try to do a live stream, but something happened. I don't know what happened. It bugged out or something. But anyways, we'll deal with that on Saturday. Ham, how you doing? What you been playing?
Man, I was playing and I got lost for a little bit, but I figured it out. But I was playing some Eternal Strands earlier today. They have a demo that's out, and the demo is mad long, which is good. There's a lot to that game. It kind of reminds. Well, I've heard other people kind of echo it as well. So, kind of reminds them of like Monster Hunter mixed with Zelda, like Breath of the Wild. I would say more Breath of the Wild for me.
Okay. For me, it looked like Immortals Rising because I saw you playing it, and that's why.
Yeah,
it
Immortals
looked like.
Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, Immortals Phoenix Rising. Well,
Yeah.
worth it? Are you gonna buy it after playing the demo?
Well, I'm gonna continue playing it in Game Pass.
Oh, it's going to Game Pass.
How about that?
Interesting. I didn't know that.
The plot
I didn't know
thickens.
that. Yeah, it does. Hey man, I hope you have a good one. Because from what I saw,
Yeah.
no hate to it, right? No hate to it, but it definitely looks like one of those games that I'm skipping. And I have Game Pass, just same as you, but it doesn't look like something that I'm gonna take my time to download and actually play. But hey, if you're having a good time, That's what matters. I've been playing Sword Art Online. What is it? Fatal Bullet, and I'm not impressed. Like they said, people said it's one of the best ones, one of the best Sword Art Online games, and I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna keep trying to like power through it for the rest of this week, but if by Saturday it still hasn't clicked, I'm out. I don't
There
even
is
care.
one issue I'm having with the Eternal Strand game that I don't like.
Okay, what's that?
One thing I don't like so far is that I feel like their map system of showing you like what the next task is or where you need to go isn't very like you kind of it's one of those things where you got to kind of pay close attention or else you'll kind of miss it. And I was like streaming and talking to people, so I kind of missed a couple things, and it was just like I felt like I was running around with my head cut off, and there was no like notification telling me like to go in any particular direction, and like the mission told me what to do, but I like didn't remember what the thing was that it was telling me to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So eventually I ended up getting off the stream, and I ended up getting off the street and I ran around and I ended up figuring out, oh, it's back at one of the spots I was at prior. But the thing is, it didn't tell me that until I got like damn near up next to it. Right. And I was just like, well,
Mm-hmm.
if it could have told me that while I was at the base and just like gave me some sort of marker and said, hey, go there, that would have been nice. But instead, it was just kind of telling me nothing, actually. It didn't tell me anything until I got near it. It sucked. So that part irritated me about Eternal Strands, but literally, but I shouldn't say literally everything else. Like the combat feels stiff in the game. The combat feels pretty stiff. It doesn't feel as fluid as like like not Eternal, Immortals Phoenix Rising, right? But Immortals
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix Rising is also like a AAA budgeted game, right? Compared to this like indie developer. So like I'm trying to give the indie developer some sort of like graces, but remember we're all playing in the same ring now, right? So yeah, you're playing in the same ring that the AAA game is going to play in, right? Like you're competing for my time. It's the same ring at the
Yeah.
end of the day. You're fighting in the same ring. You're fighting for your life, fighting for survival, fighting for that dollar.
Mm.
Um, and and I'd say I'm interested in this game. I'd like to see some things get improved, maybe while it's currently, it's about to come out next week, so I don't know if there's much that they can really do about it now. But there are some critiques I would have for that game if I got to sit down with the developer and tell them, hey, there are these things that I don't love about the game, and maybe they could at least give me a reason why, or maybe they can be like, oh, and want to fix that. I don't know.
All right.
I think it's a
Since
good
they say
game. It just has issues, and I don't, and I think if you can't point out the issues in even your favorite game, then you're not really contributing anything.
yeah. Unless it's a game that Kojima made, then it
No,
definitely has flaws. But if Kojima made it, it
no.
has no flaws.
No, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid, the button layout, I hate it.
You know what? That's a fair point. Because I did restart the first one. I can't say the name of the game, right? I did restart the
Hmm.
first one, and I didn't have a good time at the
It didn't
beginning.
age well.
Yeah, like
It was okay for the
those are the things.
time.
Yeah, those are the games that need remakes. Do you know what I mean?
Oh
Instead
yeah,
of making remakes for all of this mid or great games that you can technically. No, you can literally go back and still play them. A lot of these remakes, you can still go back and play them. But the ones that need remakes is like Silent Hill, for example, the game that Kojima made that you just mentioned, etc. You know, a lot of other old games need remakes, not these modern games like Final Fantasy and stuff. Well, Final Fantasy VII is pretty ancient. Ron Slasher says, "Can't wait for Dustborn to reveal today." Man, I put a poll up asking if people are excited for the Xbox Developer Direct.
You know what game
And
you
yeah,
need to check out? I know what game you need to check out.
which one?
It's called Disorder.
Yeah, I seen it. I saw the gameplay. It looks like Stellar Blade on Xbox. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
Exactly. Go on ahead and continue feeling great.
Is it? Listen, man. Listen.
It looks like a stiff
We
version of Stellar Blade.
we all have needs, all right?
Oh
That's all
my
I'm gonna say
god,
about that.
that's not what I meant.
I recently found out what gooning was. I didn't know what gooning was.
Okay.
Like I'd been hearing the term a whole bunch of times, and I was like, "What is this? What does that mean?" But I knew it had something nefarious, right? And then people explained. I was like, "Oh, so that's what it means." Okay. Vincent's playing N64 and Dreamcast. So many games. Edge ate so bad on controls. Yeah, they did. They did. Sensei, stop laughing. Stop laughing. I just tried to open Steam and it's updating right now, but Ham, as soon as Steam opens,
Oh my
I went to
goodness,
check
what
if
is
the
happening?
disorder. What? What's happening?
Oh man, your microphone feedback went nuts.
Is it still bad?
It was just loud. I had to turn it down on my side at least.
Okay.
I
All
pray
right.
for the chat.
I don't think it's bad on the chat. It's probably just on your end. I was
Yeah.
saying, I'm opening Steam right now just to make sure to check if Disorder is on Steam. If it is, then I'm getting it. Oh yeah. Also, I didn't, dude, because this whole week has gone by so fast. Last week I played and completed the demo for the first Berserker Kazan, and yes, it's a definite buy for me. It's already like my pre-order list. It's very good. It's like your classic Souls like Ham. Don't even bother. Don't even bother, brother. It's not. If you're tired of Souls likes, don't buy the first Berserker because this is a.
I
It's
was
very
gonna.
much like in every sense of the word. It's definitely a Souls like. But if you
Yeah,
like
I wasn't
Souls like
gonna.
you weren't okay. If you
No,
like
you didn't
Souls,
have to worry about that, bud.
if you're a fan, please take my word for it. Go and buy, oh sorry, go and pre-order Kazan, the first Berserker. It's it's very good. The game that we're talking about is what the disorder, right, Sam?
Yeah, I mentioned it.
Yeah, it's on PC. The
Yeah.
disorder's on PC.
Okay.
No, 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 no. That must be another name, Ham, because the disorder that I'm looking at is a single-player psychological horror game inspired by Backrooms. No, I I think I think we got the name wrong or something. All right, we'll clear that up later and then keep it going. Vince, why'd you want to redeem your Steam friend code? I don't understand. Did you send it to me? For real? Did you? Oh, Vince, would you mind sending it again? Sorry, send it on Twitter, please. Okay. WTF, look, it matters to use too. We do have ears. Oh, to us too. Sorry, Vic. Sorry. Google disorder 2020. Okay, it's not the disorder, it's just disorder. All right, hold on. Let's check Steam. Okay, I do see oh, ladies and gentlemen, disorder is on Steam.
Yep.
This ain't no demo though, Ham. This is like a full game.
Okay.
All right. Add to cart. It's just $30. And it's on Steam before Stellar Blade. It's a bad move. It's a bad move. Anyways, let's get into the show because all right, Ham, you got me excited, man. You, you shouldn't have reminded me about this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna cop it on the Xbox because it's a Play Anywhere title.
Also, you can play it on PC as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Clearly, Phil knows what he's up to. The man knows what's good. He knows what's popping. All right, let me just resize you over her so we can move this stuff in. So, Ham, I'm guessing you're going to watch the Developer Direct Live tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Boom's channel when I do it. Did you hear me?
The bots. Yeah, I heard you. You're going to watch it
Okay.
live and you're going to do it on Boom's channel.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You sound hurt, Loke.
That you're going to watch it live.
I
Nah,
guess.
it's fine. It's fine. If you want to watch it live, knock yourself out, brother. I'm not going to
When
stop
else?
you.
Why would I watch it not live?
I don't know, man. Like a lot of these shows are not like worthy of watching live. You know, like the Nintendo showcase, for example. The Nintendo showcase is nothing special.
Because you say
Okay.
it's not worthy, but I feel like that's kind of something that you personally believe and not really a fact.
No, I'm not saying it's not worthy. I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm going to watch it live. I just wanted to like to confirm if you were going to watch it live because a lot of these shows have been disappointing. That's all I was saying. I'm not even talking about the
See,
developer direct specifically.
Reezy's going nuts in the chat right now.
What's he saying? What's he saying? Cooked, y'all. Cooked. Y'all hear me? Cooked. Who's cooked?
Now scroll up just a little bit.
PlayStation is cooked. Oh my goodness, Reezy. Okay. Sure. Jagger, Blaze, Alex, good afternoon. All right, Vince, I'll
He
I'll
said Loke don't
definitely
like
check your
facts.
friend
Loke
code.
likes feelings. See? There you go, Loke.
Do we ever grade the developer?
I
You know
told
what?
you
I
what
feel
it
like we
was.
don't. I feel like we don't grade the developer direct time. Do we ever grade it?
Yeah, we do.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel like we
we
don't.
did
I
the
feel like
last two times.
huh. Okay. I feel like we always just give it a like. We just say it's awesome. That's all. Let me be
No,
clear.
we graded it.
Xbox is dead. Mike Johnson. Welcome in, Mike Johnson, coming in with that heat, talking about Xbox is dead.
Why'd you get excited all of a sudden? That's wild. That's
I
interesting.
didn't.
You
I
did.
did not get excited. You need to stop with that.
You made it sound
Come
like Mike
on.
Johnson was Superman coming down to swoop you off your seat.
Every time Mike Johnson rocks up, I say Mike Johnson.
You're
Because I
like,
like the
Mike
way his name sounds.
Johnson,
That's all.
yeah, Mike Johnson, Xbox is dead, Mike Johnson.
And then when Reezy said PlayStation's dead, I kind of like whispered it just a little bit.
You're like, playing
Under my
station's
voice.
dead. Come on, Reezy, come on. That was you. Come on, Reezy. Why?
Reezy is going a bit extra. It says, come one, come all, get your remakes and remasters here. That's messed up, Reezy. That's messed up, bro. Like, even if it's true, come on, it's a low blow. All right, let's get into the news. Insomniac Games founder and president Ted Price is retiring. Having founded the Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank studio in February 1994. Wow. That's a long time ago.
Sunrash said, Mike, if your Xbox is dead, buy a new one.
Damn. Welcome in, Sunrise.
Damn.
Price will leave the game industry this March. Following his departure, Insomniac veterans Chad Dezen, Ryan Schneider, and Jen Huang will serve as co-studio heads. Price said in a statement published on Insomniac parent company Sony's website, and I quote, "I actually made this decision last year. For me, after over 30 years of leading Insomniac, I felt it was simply time to step aside and let others pave the way for our team. During the past year, I had the opportunity to work with the senior leadership team at Insomniac to create a succession plan that I know will provide the continuity, stability, and strong leadership necessary to deliver more of what our fans cherish over the next several decades." Price added, "I believe strongly that for us to continue our success, we need leaders at the top who are intimately familiar with how we do things, leaders who have helped build our culture and our processes, and who have earned people's trust. For many years, Chad, Jen, and Ryan have been instrumental in making Insomniac what we are today. I've seen each lead major initiatives here which have positively changed Insomniac's lives. Plus, they have consistently demonstrated the kind of collaboration and transparency that's part of our DNA. And just as important, their skill sets are truly complementary. There's no way that I would ever consider handing the reins to a team I didn't trust to take care of Insomniacs and lead us to even greater heights. We'll continue prioritizing our studio culture built around transparency and collaboration. We strive for a workplace where employees can do the best with their work for their careers. What does all this mean for our players and fans? We're going to keep making the games you love while taking care of the people who make them. This aligns with our studio vision of making a positive and lasting impact on people's lives." So that was the statement from Dezen, Schneider, and Huang. Ham, what are your thoughts on the founder of Insomniac retiring?
I mean, it's time. 30 years at a company for anybody is dope.
Yeah.
And like for anybody, I'm sure people are gonna take it nefariously. And let's be honest, in just pure optics, it doesn't look good. If you take a step back, it looks fine. But in pure just like walk by, look, and keep walking, that doesn't look great. You know what I'm saying? If you just seen a billboard while driving and seen Insomniac founder, president retire, and you're like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you just seen that on a billboard and kept driving. But if you like took a step back and looked, you'd be like, oh, okay, like this isn't a huge issue. Possibly, it could be, right? It could very much be. Like when I was reading the bios of these three individuals that will be taken over as uh co-studio heads, which I just don't understand this. Like I don't understand the whole thing. I guess it's kind of a I guess I don't know if it's just like my kind of time era, or if this is normal for there to be multiple co-heads of so many things all the time. Like there's two, like two people took over Jim Ryan's job. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And I guess you could say, yeah, gaming is growing, but I'm not sure what's going on to where you need two people to do certain things. And right now we're seeing two people take Jim Ryan's job and nothing great has come of that yet. And I mean, it hasn't been very long though. So, I mean, that's also a fair assessment as well as, hey, it's been less than a year. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, it's just like it's been less than a year, and after he left, you had a bunch of you had a couple studio closures, a game that
Nah,
completely
it's all Jim.
failed. Like
It's all Jim.
you could say that, but it's just not. I mean, there had to be some sort of forward thinking. They didn't hire Herman Hulse like just off a whim. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously there was some stuff set in motion, some things were going that direction that made sense for then Herman to grab the wheel, right? You don't hand the wheel to any person in the car that can to any person in the car just because they're awake, just to grab the wheel to be able to drive. You hand the wheel over to somebody that you can trust that will keep you as safe as you kept everybody else. So to think of that in a business sense is kind of like, like if he grabbed the baton and kept running, that's the end of that run wasn't so good looking. But we'll have to see after a couple of years because this isn't a sprint. It's a freaking it's a cross country hike, right? So it'll take some time to figure things out. As for the as for the whole Ted Price thing, I think Insomniac is fine. I think their main issue at Insomniac isn't Insomniac. It's excuse me, I'm still getting over being sick. I don't think Insomniac is a problem themselves. I think what PlayStation's direction is what could stifle Insomniac whatsoever. Because we see right now that all those studios that made these previous games that got all these big awards and loved and everything like that are getting canned right now came from studios that made, like I just said, games that we loved and stuff like that. So they're not bad studios, but they made a weird choice that slowed everything way down and didn't quite make a whole lot of sense to everybody. Yep. Are you still there, Loke? Jeez Louise. I don't know what this man's up to. He's trying to stay alive down there, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully y'all could hopefully y'all heard me. I don't know. I'm assuming y'all did. Loke he dropped out. That's great. Oh my goodness. This program is not working with Loke very well. It really isn't. Because he's always having issues every time we hop on here. That's too bad. It's tragic. There he is. Can't hear him yet, but there he is. Reezy says somebody hacked Loke. I mean, I wish it was that simple. Then at least we'd know the issue. But Loke constantly has internet, like some sort of issue with this particular program. And other people have issues with this program as well, and it has me kind of frustrated. Damn, man. You're gonna restart. Oh my gosh. My goodness. He's gonna restart his PC. Oh man. I'm not excited about that. Cause your boy Ham is tired, bro. Like I already did like a 4.5 hour podcast earlier, bro. You can't get your internet going. We might have to call it. I don't know what else you wanted to talk about, bruh. I'm here for you though, dog. But yeah, get that shit figured out. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I'm just this shit is cooked. What? The OG Terminator is coming to Black Ops 6? Pretty lit. There it is. See if I can put it on the screen for y'all to see.
Please tell me you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can.
God damn it! Like
Yeah.
I don't even understand what was going on. Honestly.
Did you know Terminator was coming to Black Ops 6? That was pretty dope.
Hello?
I said Terminator's coming to Black Ops 6.
Dude, everyone's coming on Black Ops. Sorry. Everyone coming to Black Ops 6. My bad. My bad.
Jeez Louise.
Um
All right.
anyways, Vic, I got your Steam link. I will send the invite, but right now, let's try to get through the show, right? And then I'll open Steam because I'm not trying to open anything else until until we end the stream because this thing is I don't know what's going on with this thing.
I find it
Unfortunately, yes, we can
interesting.
hear you.
I find it
What?
interesting with somebody with as many PC issues as you. You
Yeah.
always try to do way too much on your PC while you're streaming. Like I don't even do that. And I have
It's just Steam.
way. Are you kidding me?
It's not that heavy. It's just Steam.
That I mean, you're showing how much you know. I got it.
Yeah. I'm definitely, dude. I'm a console player that has recently been converted to the light, and I'm not going to pretend like that's not the reality. All right. Did Loke bump his PC with his head? All right.
You need
Uh huh.
to get into reality.
Why?
What do you mean? Why? Why?
See, Vince has the answer. PC runs different in Texas, Ham. We know this. Everyone knows this. Oshes, welcome in. Welcome, brother. All right. So anyway, I was saying to your point, Ham, that we're still going through the ramifications of Jim Ryan's choices at PlayStation. We're still not at the time or the phase where we can sit there and be like, all right, Herman Hulst and who's the other guy that's with him?
I don't know.
There's
I honestly don't know
okay.
that
So
guy's name.
all
I
right. So
don't
we're
think
not
anybody
at
really
the
knows
phase
his name.
where I think we do. We just forgot because he's Japanese. I know he's Japanese.
No,
That's
no,
the.
you never knew his name.
Come
You never
on.
knew his name. No, there was never a time you knew his name. Let's cut it out.
Uh,
Nobody knows his name here. If anybody knew his name, they'd be like, "Oh," and just say that real quick in the chat.
Yep.
There's 14
They'll be
people
spamming
here.
it
If
real
somebody knew
quick.
his name, they would say it immediately. But instead, someone's probably pretending to know their name and looking it up, and then they're gonna maybe put it in the chat, or maybe the chat will just be honest and just
Oh, bro.
not say anything.
I just
which is the
googled.
smart
I just
thing to do.
googled it. I just googled it.
Good for
and
you, because you didn't know and
His
you never knew.
name. No, I knew that he was Japanese because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
read this
we
news when
okay,
it
great.
came out.
Yeah, you seen a picture of him and you could look at him and
N-
judge his
No,
race.
Ham.
Got it.
We did the news. We do the news all the time on TSWS. When this
do you
thing
not
got
understand what I'm saying?
announced,
I'm saying you never knew his name. I'm not saying you never knew what he looked like. I'm not saying you never knew what part of the world he was in. I'm not saying you didn't know what company he worked for. I'm saying you didn't know his name, and you
and I never
couldn't. And
never
even if
claimed
you
to know.
sat there and thought about it all night, if they gave you a list of names, and they didn't tell you which one it was, you ain't picking it.
At no point, right? At no point did I claim to know his name.
I'm claiming
So
nobody
I
knew
don't
his
even know.
name. I'm not saying just you. I'm saying nobody.
Oh yeah. Sure, definitely. I agree with that because I just read his name and no bells went off in my brain like, oh yeah, this guy. I just read his name and it's like, nope, nothing. Yobi, what's happening? Welcome. Says, look, we wish you well in your future endeavors. Well, what's happening? Did I get fired? What's going on? My future endeavors. What's going on?
I told him today that
All
we're
right.
retiring your number.
My number. Which one?
0.
My number's 7 though. So. All right.
Well, it equals nothing. I'm just kidding.
7 equals nothing. Okay. All right.
I'm 0.
Anyway,
All right.
I was saying, as far as the leadership of Yobi. all right, Yobi. As far as leadership of PlayStation, I think it's too soon to be laying any blame at their feet right now. Right? I would say maybe 2 or 3 years from now, we can definitely start looking at them. But for now, like right now, we need to give it some time. They just got on the job, and we need to give them some space. The same thing we did with Phil, because remember when Phil hopped on, we're like, let's give him some grace, and people did give him some grace. So I think
Nobody
Herman
gave him
House
any grace.
really.
That
You think
was the
people are
time
going
that
for
people
Phil
were
day one?
leaving Xbox. So, are we gonna say people gave him grace?
I did. All right, fine. I did give him grace. I was excited, but I was like, I'm gonna have to leave this for, you know, I'm gonna start bitching about Xbox in like 2 or 3 years. But right now, it's still too soon. He's still like getting his bearings and figuring out what contracts we have with who. So I have to give them some time. That's my take on the whole Herman Hulst and the new leadership at PlayStation. Xbox is going to toss them some games, says Oz. Oshes, It's not 1994 anymore, brother. I'm sorry. It's just not. PlayStation's gonna toss Xbox some games as well. Maybe less games, but they're tossing each other's games. Lots of tossing being done. All right. Dorian Gray, welcome in. Herman House declared Concord the future. That's a paddling. Ah, fuck. He did do that. But maybe he did it because Jim Ryan had green lighted it way
Yeah,
earlier than him, so
he
he had
just
to just
shut.
follow
He
through on
just
it.
put a glove on and just started talking.
No,
Just started talking with them. That's what is that what you're saying? He just used them as
no,
like a puppet. Like
no. What I'm
he's like
saying,
Herman,
Ham.
get your ass out there and say that this is great.
No. What I'm saying,
He's
Ham,
like Herman, get
is
your
that
ass out there and tell them how good this game is.
think about it, Ham. Think
You
about
want
it.
the
It's
job? You
400.
better earn it, boy.
Listen, Ham.
That's how
It's
you Texas boys
400
be talking.
million. It's $400 million down the drain. Okay? And then you rock up and they're like, yeah, so we have this turd. What's the plan? He, he didn't have a choice. He had to try and push it to get as much money back from it as possible, which wasn't much. But yeah, I think it's not fair to blame him for Concord. Concord was something that was cooking 7 years in the oven, and everyone is tired of hearing that it was cooking for 7 years. This guy rocks up in the last freaking like 2, 3, 6 months that this thing was in development, and now it's his baby. Come on, that's not fair, Ham. Come on, let's be objective. Let's be fair.
Why we are being objective. He went to visit that studio and said, "Man, can't wait to show you guys what these guys are working on." And then said, "This game is the future." And Jim was like, "Thank you, sir. I appreciate your service." And you know what? Nobody else did. Jim was the only one that appreciated that. I guess
Ham, you're
there's a
telling
few
me
people that I guess there's a few people that appreciated Concord. I didn't mind it. I was willing to play it, but nobody else was. And for the price, I wasn't willing to play it. I can tell you that much. I was willing to play it if it was a free to play like it should have been.
oh my god, Demon Time Reezy is yeah is on Demon Time for sure.
I don't. I'm not really in. I'm not in the same space as thinking PlayStation's in a good place with Herman Holtz. I just don't feel that energy from him.
I think it's too soon to say that they're in a bad place.
It
That's all
is
I'm
too soon
saying.
to say that they're in a bad place. I agree with that. I agree with that. But like I see Oshus saying such kind words about something that he'll never support, saying I think Herman can turn this around. Sure, but I don't. Like I personally don't. Like I just don't see there's I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't instill excitement to me as a company. And to me that's part of it. Like, you know, I'd say I'd say even Jim Ryan, even though I'm not a fan of his at all, I thought he was just really bad. But like even he had like I understood what he stood for, right? He
Hmm.
stood for money, right? Bringing in the money, right? Sean Layden stood for bringing good games regardless. Herman Hulse, like I don't know, man. When you tell me, hey, the guy that was running Gorilla, you know, the game that brought you the least feeling game of all time, being Horizon, Zero Dawn, and Forbidden West. Your main character has no identity. I feel like that is Herman Hulse for me. Just no identity. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I just know that doesn't really say anything exciting to me. And I don't get excited when I hear him say anything.
But for me, from my execs, I'm not trying to get excited. I'm not trying to get excitement
Why?
from
Peter
from
Moore
from
got
my
you
execs.
excited?
No, no, that's fine, Ham. That's fine. What I'm saying is, what I want the execs to transmit to me specifically is stability. Excitement, I'll leave that to the marketing team. But
Your whole thing
what I
is
want from the
marketing. Coming
execs,
out on the stage and speaking is a market.
yes, yes, the whole thing is marketing when you go out on stage. But what I'm saying, because right now you're talking about when like his whole demeanor is not exciting, and for
Right.
me, I don't even know who the execs of Nintendo are, and maybe I'm wrong, but I assume that they are boring as all get out.
Well, you don't
People
know, but you
probably
also
can't
don't
even.
care about Nintendo either, though. So I don't feel like you can even give this as
My
the
my point
honest
is Peter Moore.
argument.
Peter Moore was known by people that weren't on his platform because he was so good at it, because he was good at his job. So whether I'm a Nintendo fan or not, I would know if there was an exciting exec at Nintendo. Whether I'm a PlayStation or Xbox person, if I'm a gamer, just being a gamer, I would know who if they had anyone exciting there. They don't.
I don't
There's no
think
one
Doug
there that
Bowser
excites me.
I think Doug Bowser is more exciting than Herman Hulse.
Really.
100%, without a doubt.
Okay.
And he's
The
not
only
that
thing exciting
exciting.
about Doug's name,
He's not that
only
exciting. But I'm just saying, like in comparison of Herman Hulse, sorry.
only thing exciting for me about Doug is his name, in my opinion. Otherwise,
You don't like
he's
anything
as
about
monotone.
Nintendo though. Like you don't. So like why
Yeah,
would you
but
get
that's the
exciting
thing.
about
An
like
exciting exec.
when you hear Nintendo Direct, you don't feel anything. So why would I
But
expect
you're
you to get
answering the
excited
question.
for another platform that you don't care about?
You're
Like
you're answering the question yourself, Am. I'm not excited about Doug Bowser because I'm not excited about Nintendo video games. So in terms of excitement, again, this goes back to what we're talking about initially. In terms of excitement, I'm not looking at it from the execs. I'm looking at it from the marketing
dude,
team and
Reggie
from the
was
games
nasty with it,
themselves.
Oshes.
Vic is doubling down, saying that if you adopt a kid at the orphanage, they become your kids. Saying that Concord is definitely Herman
Herman gave
House, baby.
Kojima a fist bump. Who gives a shit about that? I sure don't. Maybe Lope does.
Uh nah. I'm not partial to that. Getting a fist bump from Kojima doesn't mean much. I mean, Kojima's awesome, but doesn't mean you're awesome just because he fist bumped you. I mean, Jeff Keighley is
He,
close
he,
close to Kojima. I'm not a big fan of Jeff Keighley, so
I mean, there's that. I mean, the whole team at Xbox took pictures with Kojima. Does that mean the whole team at Xbox is amazing? Like, yeah,
hey
I mean,
yo,
that doesn't.
that's a good point. That's a good one.
I'm just saying, you know. But I don't know. It's just I don't know.
And
I just don't get that excited when I hear like Herman Hulse. I don't have that. I guess personally, it's not that he's doing anything wrong to say. I just don't like when I see him. It's like when I see a quarterback for a football team that I don't care if they win or lose. Right? It's like he doesn't look that special.
Jared Goff,
I wouldn't even give him that.
jeez, no, okay,
Jared
the
Goff
guy
is
that was
good.
quarterbacking for the
Jared Goff has been to
okay,
the
the guy,
Super Bowl before. Like, what are we doing?
I the ex quarterback for the New England Patriots. I'm forgetting his Mac Jones.
No, that's disrespectful. I ain't gonna put Herman Hulst down there now. All right, geez,
Like he's
Louise.
bad. He's not that bad.
I didn't even. I'm not even saying that he's bad. I'm just saying like he doesn't. He like has no aura, and I don't know like what to get excited from him about. You know what I mean? Like the last thing, like we hear that he is in charge of games division, right? And the
Yeah.
last thing that he told us to get excited for stunk. So like I'm just I'm just looking at the last thing he told me to do. Look at this new game. This is gonna be amazing. And it died immediately. And that was the big budget game. Astrobot was good too, so you got to give him some credit for that as well. But I don't know, like Astrobot isn't something I'm playing, or even like the only time I'm talking about Astrobot really is to talk about the PlayStation features
Mm.
and to talk about how nice the controller was and whatnot. Like I don't know, I'm just not all in all, I'm just not that excited about Herman Hulst.
All right. All right. Mystic Fragments, welcome in. Mecha9, welcome. Ham, Ty says that tomorrow is the Assassin's Creed Shadows story reveal.
It is.
You gonna watch it?
Oh yeah, I'll see it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna see that tomorrow. I'm gonna see the developer direct tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a good day.
All right. Good stuff. The last known Nintendo exec was Reggie, and they have none because the dudes are your typical old school Japanese. Though Bowser doesn't speak. Uh, excuse me.
Doug
Herman
Bowser doesn't
speaks
speak
more.
as much as Herman Hulst, but he speaks. I don't know why you would say he doesn't speak. There are
Also,
there are Doug Bowser interviews from this last year. So I mean, he definitely speaks.
yeah, I agree with Ty. Nintendo has no exciting dudes, and Ty is a Nintendo guy. They just have exciting games. I need to know why Loke has a Hispanic last name. Um, Mystic, quick 5 seconds lesson here. I live in Mozambique. Our our the language that was used by the people that colonized Mozambique was Portuguese, which is adjacent to Spanish. Like they're very similar to the point that I can watch Mexican novellas and Spanish novellas with no subtitles, and I understand what they're saying. I know what's going on, and I haven't taken any lesson of Spanish in my life. So my surname is actually used across both languages, Portuguese and Spanish. All right, so Ham, that was my take on the whole um, Insomniac CEO leaving. Actually, no, I was only talking about what's his face. I was defending Herman Hulst. As for the CEO
Yeah, I don't know why,
of
but I guess he needs defending.
as for the CEO of Insomniac, I don't think it's anything nefarious. You said it yourself. 30 years is a long time in any industry. You would want to leave and try other things. Someone said that he was 57 in the chat,
I'll be right back just a sec.
and that he'd be all right, and that he'd be back because he was 57. So he's young, and there's lots to still pursue and come back to. But I I feel like he's where Snoop was in rap maybe 10 years ago. You know, he's completed the main quest, and now if he does anything, it's just going to be extras. So I think he'll maybe consult on one or two things when he gets the itch, but most of the time, most of his time, I think, will just be spent chilling and enjoying life Because if you spend all this time as the head of one of the most successful publishers, developing companies, right? Dev companies in years, like ever since they started, these guys have been putting out bangers from like Jack and Dexter and all of that time, right? This guy, in terms of money, that's like not even a topic for his life. This guy is sorted. So I think now he's just gonna go on like extra fun stuff for the rest of his life. And if he does come to video game, it's not going to be like a full time type of situation. I don't think. And be, taking all of that into context, I'm not panicking. And this is not me being a pony or anything. I'm not
Oh, it
panicking
is.
about the prospects. I'm not panicking about the prospects of. Um, I'm not panicking about the prospects of Insomniac in the long term. I think it's going to happen. What usually happens when you put two or three people in leadership positions in the same position, right? There's going to be like infighting. There's going to be little nefarious things that we won't know about, but the people in Insomniac will be like, "Ooh, so and so left." We'll just find out that so and so left, but the people inside will know they left because they got outmaneuvered by the other exec. But while that's happening, I still believe in the rest of the structure of Insomniac to produce, whether it's the next Spider-Man game, whether it's Wolverine or whatever. So I think they'll be fine.
Yeah,
Mystic Fragments. The
yeah. In
the
my opinion,
problem,
it's just like don't let's not pretend that Ted didn't have a favorite. Like everybody has a favorite.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That that is undeniable. Mystic Fragments. The issue with Xbox International is that they keep saying they're going to invite me, then they don't. So like I think I was on there once and then that was it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind going back. I wouldn't mind. It was a good time. And no one gave
You
me
know?
crap
Do you know
about
who Mystic
liking
Fragments
PlayStation.
is? Right?
Who is Mystic Fragment? It's not Louis, right?
No, that's Sour Blow.
Is it?
It is. Yeah.
¿Qué pasa, hombre? ¿Qué pasa? Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know you had so many like different accounts. Uh
He just has
Loke
one
did
other
ha-
one.
All
Sour
right, well
Blow.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Look, did Ham show you the magazine? You're welcome to collaborate if you have an article you want to share. Blah blah blah. I just don't have money to pay, bro. I'm a starving African. You can pay me in video games. Anyways, the next topic. The next topic is about a survey that was done that suggests the passion for PC game development has exploded. I think it was a week or 2 weeks ago, we spoke about. No, we didn't speak about. I'm not sure if we spoke about this, but there was an announcement that PC gaming was dominating in terms of like sales and interest and profit
It is.
compared to console in terms of like and it was like Xbox,
Console
PlayStation
stagnant.
plus Nintendo.
Yes.
Put all the consoles together, and they cannot generate what PC generates in terms of revenue, interest, conversation.
Well,
And now we have another angle that says that even in terms of development, PC is the best place to be. I didn't
well,
mean
yeah.
to,
Everything's
to, to
made
make
off
that
of a
rhyme.
PC, so anybody thinking that a console or a console manufacturer would somehow, you know, because at a time at a time console gaming was kind of ahead of PCs in the terms of gaming, right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
PC kind of like caught up and then it shot past, and now it's like there's no chance that consoles ever gonna step back in front of PC ever again. Like it's over now, right?
I
Like
think there's a
somebody
chance.
no, no. The
Let me
only
explain.
chance there is to have a but see, it's only a trend really, because to me it doesn't have as long as sustainability, especially if you're using parts that are similar to a PC or something that can just be emulated to a. If your shit can be emulated to a PC, you're cooked. Time will tell. I mean, look at Nintendo games now. 20 years ago, 30 years ago,
Mhm.
shit, like obviously like 30, 35, 40 years ago, there is no chance you're playing any video games without said hardware, right? But now it's just like, yo, it doesn't matter if you're Nintendo, whoever, you can get it emulated somewhere else. And people are eventually, like, maybe not within the next 5, 10, or even fucking 50 years. Like, who knows, right? But like, eventually people are going to go to the thing that they could just have everything on, right? And I feel like even like, Microsoft seeing that, a lot of these companies are seeing that. Like even PlayStation seeing that, right? They bent the knee after saying, they're never gonna do this type of stuff. Um Obviously, like Nintendo's going after things for being on PC because that is a problem. If they could just figure it out and just be like, yeah, we'll catch up to PC and beat their ass anyways. There's nothing to worry about over there. Then they wouldn't
Mm.
care about like Yuzu and stuff like that. But yeah, they're worried about losing. Worried about losing their brand to PC or losing their hardware to PC.
Uh, I would say, I would say there's a way back, right? But
How? I gotta hear this. This is gonna be great.
all right, before that, I just want to address Fuzzy Tomatoes. It says that surprised the hell out of me. I assumed the PS5 by itself was outdoing PC. Fuzzy Tomato, I know you're not trolling or anything. That is a genuine thought, and it's something many, and I mean many, gamers believe. That's why I keep saying that Sony are the kings of marketing. These guys have convinced entire swathes of the gaming populace that FIFA is only on PlayStation. I've seen grown ass men tell me to my face that yeah, we need to buy the PS5 and not the Xbox, not a PC because we have to play FIFA. And I'm like, did you know you can play FIFA on Xbox? They're like, nah. It's probably like Pro Evolution. I was like, no, actual FIFA is on Xbox. They're like, bullshit. People don't even know that Xbox owns Activision. Like the hardcore gamers, sure, but your regular your regular John that doesn't really read IGN articles and follow this industry intently and just wants to wind down once in a while and turn on his PlayStation. People actually believe that these games are exclusive to the PlayStation. So I can see why you thought they were outdoing PC. I can see that. You'll be found out today. CD Kids removed all Sony products from their website. For real?
Yeah, Yobi said that.
That's
Oh yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Yobi told me that earlier. Okay, he's saying that now.
What?
How about
What?
that? Yeah, didn't they have a law? Didn't we talk about like a year or two ago about like a lawsuit that they
Yeah, we
had
did
going
talk about
on?
a potential lawsuit. Yes, yes.
Whatever happened with that?
Ah, man, that's wild. All of the
Uh,
Sony product. That's crazy. I don't know whatever happened to that. I don't. Yeah, I think they were fuzzy. I think they were. I think they were. Is Loke still rocking that George Jefferson? All right, fine, fine. Let's get back to it. Ham. The reason.
Let's go.
Let's leave that for Friday, y'all. Let's leave that for Friday. The reason, the
Why?
way back,
Let's
Ham.
double the fun, y'all. Come on.
The way back,
Nah,
Ham.
it's all good.
The way back, right?
Oh,
In
you're
my
still
opinion.
talking about. Oh my God! Hurry up with
I'm
this.
telling you,
Hurry up
PlayStation
with
can do
one.
this.
Yeah,
Ham,
how?
PlayStation can do this.
Please tell
Let
me.
me tell you how they can do this. They can do it by doing something they can't afford to do anymore. The reason consoles were so close and sometimes even eclipsed PC gaming back in the day is because consoles were affordable. The PS6 needs to come out at like $400.
I knew you were gonna. Oh my God! So let me get this straight. You're saying, hey, we
What?
need to survive. Let's get cheap. You
Affordable.
think that
That's affordable.
affordable? And that means okay. So Loke, I want you to give me a next gen price that just says I don't want a PC. Give me that. What does that sound like?
That
What
makes
price
me
would you
not
say?
get a PC.
What at what price would you see that would have you call Matt right now and be like, return that shit? Give me
I'm not
my
talking about
money
me.
back.
I'm not
No,
talking
no,
about
no,
me.
no, we're not gonna
I'm
do that, Loke. You said that they could save it, right? So if they're saving it, that means they're getting people like you back.
no. I'm not your
Yes.
regular gamer. I'm not your regular gamer.
Oh my good,
I'm a hardcore gamer.
you're not special. You're not special.
No,
God damn it.
I'm a hardcore gamer. I'm a
I'm gonna
hardcore
tell you
gamer,
right
Ham.
now. I'm gonna tell you right now. You said save, right? And when I hear
God damn
save,
it.
I don't think a few people are coming back. I think people in general are coming back. Kind of like when you looked at like the 360 with the OG Xbox, people would say they say like the 360 saved Xbox from the prior generation from not making as much of a push as they may have thought or anticipated, right?
Yeah.
And you started seeing people that were only on PlayStation before that probably never wanted to get an Xbox starting to buy an Xbox. I'm saying, what would it take to get you, Luke, somebody that you're like, oh man, I'm invested in this, but they kind of got me by the ears. I want to hear it.
What would make me make a U-turn on PC and go back to PlayStation? Ah. Um
You said it's possible. I want to hear how possible it is.
no, dude, even if they gave me a PlayStation for free, that's what I'm saying. It's not me. Like when I say it's
Oh my
possible,
goodness.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about
that's
the
crazy.
large majority of
When
casual
I
gamers.
said
That's
it's
what I'm talking about.
possible to save everybody, I was talking about them. They ain't saving me. I'm
Dude, I've
special.
no. I just know that console is inferior. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my
I took the
goodness.
red pill. I took the red pill, Ham. You can still save it for the people that don't even know that there's a red or blue pill.
So look,
For
let
me,
me
it's
put it
too
this way.
late.
So
What?
you don't get Nintendo games, right? Let's
No.
say there is a Steam Deck
Okay.
and a Nintendo Switch 2 right
Okay.
next to each other, right, to purchase.
Okay.
And you're never going to get the Switch games on the deck, and
Steam
you're
Deck.
never going to get the deck games on the Switch.
I don't
But
care about Nintendo games.
oh my goodness. So there you go. It's cooked.
I haven't played a Nintendo game
Okay, so
in
let,
15,
let,
20
let,
years.
let me flip it and reverse it like Missy Elliott. All right, let me go on ahead and do that real quick.
You're having too
Let me
much fun with
ask you.
this, Sam. We need to move on.
No, this is the last one. Okay.
You're rubbing it in at this point.
PlayStation handheld comes out, right?
Yeah.
Not a PSP. I'm talking about a legit like PS5, but it's a handheld. So you're getting all the regular games that come there. You don't have to wait for a special port or anything like
Yeah.
that. Or a Steam Deck, Loke. Again, answer me that question.
Why'd you do this to me, Ham?
This is a high quality product. Keep that in mind. This is a $500 handheld. It is a high quality piece of art, Loke. Which one are you picking?
This is heartless, Ham. Like, what are you trying to prove here? I'm picking the Steam Deck. All right, I'm picking the Steam Deck.
I'm just saying, you said they could save it by like
not
matching.
For me, Ham. God damn it, Ham. How many times do you want me to say it?
I understand that, man. But
you just wanted to rub it in.
I'm trying
to just
like,
wanted to rub it in.
I mean, if I'm saving everybody, I want to save my brother Loke out of like the heat and snow-ridden Texas that is, right? You know, like
there's nothing, Ham. Like I will buy a PS6 because we do content creation, and I will buy one or two games.
To get it.
I'm being honest. If anyone comes to me and says I want to get into gaming, what is the best platform? I'm telling them, go and get a PC. Even if it's a fucking pre-built, go and get a PC. You know why? Because when you buy games on PC, that's it. When it's time to upgrade your PC in 10 years, your game is there. There's no crazy ass remasters that they can take away from you. You can do whatever you want on your PC. It's not a walled garden. Maybe consoles will change in 10 years. Maybe they'll change. But as of now, PC is I don't want to say the MR because Vince told me it's actually offensive for Europeans, but PC is the best. So for me, again I repeat, for me there's no way back. As things stand, there's no way back. I can't think of something that will bring me back. But for your regular gamer, dude, if they bring the price down for the PS6 and it's $400, you're going to see a growth in the console market. For the first time in a while, it's not going to stagnate. Same thing for Xbox. If they bring it down to 300 to 400, they're going to make bank. But this business of $800 consoles, $900 all right, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Because as soon as you tell people to start paying close to 1,000, people start doing research. And when they start doing research, now you have motherfuckers that just used to buy the box. Now they're stumbling into videos about the ROG Ally. They're stumbling into videos about the Steam Deck. It's dangerous territory. If anyone from PlayStation is listening, anyone from Xbox is listening, keep them dumb. All right, keep the price down, and you keep them dumb. You keep them ignorant and comfortable. As soon as you make people uncomfortable, they start handing in CVs looking for new jobs. They start hooking up with other people. They start looking up videos to make sure that this $800 purchase of a console is worth it.
For me, and we'll move on after this because I know you want to move on to the next thing. But for me, it's as simple as you make games for your platform. Oh, okay. Now you're making games for other platforms. So now you're an ecosystem. So now I'm looking at you on how good is your ecosystem, not your platform. Because you just told me that your platform isn't the only place that needs to have this, right? PlayStation said that themselves. The only person that hasn't came out and said, hey, you can get this on another platform is really Nintendo right now. So right now it's like I'm judging everybody's ecosystems, and then I'm judging Nintendo's platform, and that's it, right? Because when I look at because when I look at PlayStation, I have to analyze, well, do I want to get this on my PlayStation right now, or do I want to wait a couple months to maybe a year to just get it on my PC? Because believe it or not, everybody, we don't buy like nobody. I shouldn't say nobody. Not a lot of people buy games day one. especially every single
Yes.
game that drops, right? So some
Yes.
of those games you look at them and you're like, man, I can wait like 6 months on that, or I can wait a year on that, or I'm not gonna buy this immediately and just throw it in my backlog just
Let
so I
me
can
finish Warhammer first.
exactly something like that, right? Like let me make sure that I'm getting all that I can out of the game that I spent full price on, and then I'll come back to this when maybe it's on sale, or maybe I'm just like done playing, the games that I found worth, and I can finally
Yes.
see the worth in this game to spend $60 to $70 on it. So
Yeah.
so with that being said, it's then like, all right, well, how can I play this? Like, these are two ecosystems that I'm looking at when I'm minus Nintendo out. How am I going to be able to play my favorite game? Can I play it all different ways, or can I play it one way, or is there a specific benefit to getting it on this platform versus another platform? So if I was only a PlayStation player, then yeah, I'd be looking at Indiana Jones like I'm just gonna wait until it comes out on PlayStation, right? But if I'm a person that just wants to enjoy Indiana Jones the best way possible, then I'm gonna get it on Xbox so then I can play it everywhere, right? Because it's ecosystem based now. None of these companies seem to really care too much about their own personal platform, except Nintendo. The one that cares the least is Xbox. The one that kind of cares but is willing to do some shady things seems like PlayStation right now, to be honest.
PlayStation is not shady.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Dorian Gray brought up another feature that makes PC better: the Steam sales. Although Ham, we talked about this offline. I think it was last week. I randomly turned on the Xbox, and then when the notification, instead of just them having sales, now they have like specific sales. I can't explain without just giving what, like telling you guys what happened. So what happened was when I turned it on, it said there was a specific sale for UFC 5 Ultimate Edition, and it was the equivalent of like $3 for you guys. And I was like, there must be a mistake here. And then it said that this specific price was just for me. So I called my brother up and he looked it up. We're in the same zone of like time zone on the Xbox. We're in the same time zone of South Africa. And he was like, nah, the game is still full price on my end. So Xbox is now specifically targeting people with specific sales. So, oh, you like shooters? You like fighting? This guy likes Tekken. He's bought all the Tekken games. He might like UFC. Send him a sale for the Ultimate Edition of the latest UFC. And when I saw it, I was like, it's $3. While we were talking, Ham, I bought the damn thing. Ham obviously got upset at me. He was like, dude, are you even going to play this thing? I was like, dude, let me buy it first. Right? Let me buy it first, and then we'll figure that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Sometimes
But,
the price be that cheap, though. When the price be that cheap, sometimes you're just like, I better get it now before it
dude,
goes back up.
for a recent game that just came out, Ultimate Edition, I was like, all right, I might as well do it. Fuzzy says they've been doing that for a while. EA does a shitload of just for you deals. Well, you know what? You see, that's the type of stuff that might make me turn on my Xbox more often.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen it on Xbox a few times. I got that same offer with Borderlands Collection. They're offering me like the whole thing, like all of Borderlands for like
How much?
for like $15 or something like that. And I was just like, damn.
That's crazy. All of them, and so that's like the Handsome Jack collection.
All of them. 1, 2, and 3, I believe. And like I think it was like
The
maybe the
DLCs,
Tails or something
all
like
of
that.
it, all the
I
DLCs and
don't
all of
remember
that.
if it was all of the DLCs, but I think so. I want to say yeah, but I don't want to be just sitting here capping. So I'll just say all the games.
Okay, all the base games.
Yeah,
Which $15 is still great value, if we're being honest. It's still great value.
it is. That's a lot of content.
Yeah, yeah. Fuzzy says They had the Dead Space Ultimate Edition for $8. That's crazy. It's insane. That's like Steam sale prices. Anyways, let's go back to the article. Um, as was the case a year ago, GDC's 2025 survey quizzed over 3,000 game developers about their working practices. Topics covered include which platforms they're currently making games for and which ones they're most interested in releasing games for in the future. 80% of respondents said they were currently developing PC games, which was up from 66% in the previous year, while 74% said the platform was of interest to them, which is up from 62%. While the reason for these increases is unclear, GDC report suggests it could be linked to the popularity of Valve's Steam Deck. Here's a quote: "This year's survey didn't single out Steam as its own platform because it's a hub for PC and Mac games, but it appears some developers do view it as a unique platform. For example, when asked to name other platforms that interest them, almost half wrote in Steam Deck. 38% of developers said they're currently making games for PS5, ahead of 34% for Xbox Series X and S, 29% for Android, 28% for iOS, 23% for Mac, and 20% for the Nintendo Switch." So yeah, exactly what we were discussing. The numbers are ridiculous. It's up to like 80% now.
Bro, like
The
the more accessible PC gaming can be, which let's be honest, like if everybody is playing, if mobile grew as quick as it did now, and mobile pretty much kind of wrote the book, or no, I guess PC kind of wrote the book on that, to be honest. Like we'll come to you kind of service compared to you come to us.
yeah,
Um I feel like there's no way that PC gaming doesn't take the lead really fast very soon. I mean, there's just so many ways to get into it. The thing that will really flip the switch, I feel like, is maybe a generation or a generation and a half past these current graphics cards that just came out, the 50 series cards, because a lot of things
okay,
are going to be running, a lot of things are going to be running off of AI and stuff like that compared to just raw power, right?
hmm
So it'll probably be a lot easier to get things working in new age hardware compared to the last generation, right? Like this generation to the last few, right? Where it kind of felt like, to be honest, the update that the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro had let us kind of know that, hey, this is the last time that we can do something in the middle of just random time and have it mean something significant, compared to now where they try to put more raw power into something and it's nowhere near a PC, so it doesn't seem like it did anything, right? Like the PS5 Pro, like you look at it and it's more power, but when you look at like the like is it really worth getting that versus making a PC? It starts to get messy, right? Like
yeah,
$700 is starting to get pretty. Yeah, Pixelbit nailed it in the chat. He says diminishing returns,
yeah.
100%.
And that's why I said keep them dumb. They're getting people to get more alert because they keep charging people more. So what happens? People are like, "Yo, $800 kind of hurting. What else can I get for $800?"
Mm,
And then you start looking around, and then people start explaining to you what you can get if you buy a Steam Deck, if you buy a ROG Ally, and then you stumble onto Matt Likes Games channel, and then he builds you an entire monster PC for an extra 200, and you're
yeah.
like, I'm not sure I want to buy the next Xbox.
Yep.
Or I'm not so sure if I want to buy the next PlayStation.
You're speaking for Nintendo and PlayStation when you're like, keep them dumb, and PC and Xbox is screaming, no. Let's show them the light real quick. Let's show them the light real quick and see what happens. Let's just give them a quick little flash of the light and see if they like the way that tastes.
Do you know how they cook frogs? Do you know how they cook frogs?
Oh, they boil them. Yeah, man.
Slowly. The frog doesn't even know they're getting cooked.
Doesn't even know, man. Damn.
The problem
just like the
with
lobster.
These prices. Exactly. The problem with these prices that,
if you do it right,
people are starting, the heat is turned up to the max right at the beginning. People are like, hold on, this is hurting. What's going on? This hurts. This is sore. Why is this painful? And then as soon as you do that, people are alert. Then we start doing some research, and then if you you just need to know one more gamer friend, and they're like, no, but do this, talk to this person, talk to that person, here's a link to this website, and then done. Build a PC or whatever. Then it's all. Pixel says once you return to PC, it's a wrap. Pixel, I'm already on PC. I have an underpowered, like the situation is so bad for me, is that I have an underpowered laptop, right? But at the same time, I have a Series X and I have a PS5 in the other room just sitting there. I prefer playing on my underpowered laptop to those consoles. That's how bad it is. So as soon as my proper PC arrives, shout out to Matt, appreciate you, Matt. As soon as my proper PC arrives, then it's done, dude. Like I'll turn on those things for only content creation purposes. In terms of actual fun, it's PC all the way. Anyways, that was the second piece.
Life, you know what I'm saying?
My bad. I clicked on the wrong button. My bad. So yeah, let's move on to I'll try to not make this political, Ham, but it's going to be hard not to make it political.
dude, what am I looking at right now? I'm sorry. This is terrible.
What's terrible?
You want me to send it to you?
All right, send it to me.
This popped up on my feed, and I was like, "What in the fuck is this?
What did you see?
The fudge is happening here?"
You sent it to my Twitter.
Oh my god, dude! I just took a scroll, and I didn't like it.
You shouldn't have done it, Ham.
I shouldn't have.
Oh my God! Why did you send me this? Ah, damn it, man! Why did you send this to me? Ah,
Oh,
man.
You asked. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see it. So since you asked, you got it too.
All right, fine. Fuzzy says I went full PC.
We may
MR.
not show what we just got done talking about. I don't want to see that on my. No.
Yeah, we're not going to show it. No, we're not going to show it. Vince says PCMR idiots are still idiots. Wiki the term PC, the term MR. We know what MR means, Vince. We know. Some of us actually read the books on World War II. We know the connotations. Ron says, "Don't ask no questions." Ah, man. All right. So, Ham, the third topic for today. I'm trying to not be controversial. It's a little bit, just a little bit political, just a sprinkle. Mexico tariff could lead to fewer physical game releases and increased software prices. Let's see. That's according to Matt Piscatella, the guy that's always right about everything, executive director of video games at market research from Circana, who is reacting to tariff threats made made this week by the new US president. After being sworn into office, Orange Man Bad said his administration was reviewing existing trade deals with neighbors Canada and Mexico as well as China. China! He said he was considering imposing 25% duties on imports from Canada and Mexico on February 1st over illegal immigrants and fentanyl crossing into the US, Reuters reports. With 25% tariffs, so this is the quote, with 25% tariffs on imports from Mexico on the way, I can see a sharp downtick in the number of disc-based games that get released physically in the US as much of that production infrastructure is in Mexico, Piscatella wrote on Blue Sky. I would if disc-based games do get made, the analyst said he expects increased prices for both physical and digital titles. I would, were this to happen, anticipated digital MSRPs to remain at price parity with physical, but who knows? In any case, none of this is good for the physical video game market. Ham, thoughts?
I mean, this is more or less something we have to wait and see. Not something that I mean, it just kind of stinks, but like, what can I do? Kind of thing. I mean, physical games are like fairly important, but to be honest, I don't remember the last time I bought a physical game from a regular store. It's probably been maybe no, like okay. So the last one that I can think of physical games that I purchased of new games, because keep in mind I do collect older physical games, but they're not making those anymore, right? So that's not part of this conversation, right? I mean, if I'm talking about Mario 64, that's not the issue at hand right now. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
but if I'm talking about like a new physical copy of the next Xbox game, which good luck with that, um, there could be a possibility that it costs much more than just purchasing the digital copy.
Mm.
Which is essentially what this means. And that doesn't sound that exciting, but keep in mind, I don't really buy that much physical copies of games. Not that I don't want to. It's just like I have a hard time seeing the point, especially seeing that I have a Series S and a Series X. And Yobi just says false alarm Sony products are back on CD keys.
Whew.
I don't know what
That's a
happened,
relief.
but yeah.
That's a relief.
So there's that. The whole false alarm thing. God damn it. But anyways, what was it? Oh yeah. So physical games. So though I feel like the biggest, the two platforms that are the most afraid of this is definitely like because I bet Microsoft's looking at this and they're like, you know what I mean?
It's fine. Yeah.
Exactly. They're like, this is fine. But
fine.
PlayStation and Nintendo are looking at this like, God damn it. Because Nintendo does a lot of physical for their games, right? I personally don't do physical for Nintendo unless I'm getting something off of a crazy deal. But also keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. I usually don't like doing physical nowadays because when I buy a game physically, the person that I share games with cannot play it. So when I like if I buy a physical game for my PS5, Matt likes games. The person I share with on PS5, he can't play it. He found like $30 or $40 Silent Hill 2 on sale. And I can't play that game. He hasn't got to it yet, but but you kind of see what I mean. Like, I mean, then that doesn't entice me to then go run out and get up because game sharing. It's like you buy a game, I buy a game, you buy a game, I buy a game. So we kind of like support each other back and forth, and we can save
It
some
ends
money.
up being very cheap to buy like a lot of
Ex-
games.
exactly. But if I'm doing physical games, I don't get to reap that reward as much. I get to keep the game, sure, but also keep this in mind. What if that game's servers go down? No, now I only have a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
I'd like to see somebody right now go buy a copy of Mag on PS3. Tell me how much fun you're having. A game you can't play it. It's dead. Yeah, I mean it's essentially like having Concord right now, right? A lot of those, a
Low blow,
lot of these.
Ham.
I mean, I'm just
Low blow,
saying,
bro.
like, whatever.
Unnecessary violence. Someone call in
Unnecessary
the ref.
roughness.
Someone call in the ref.
Oh my goodness.
Flag on the
Call in
play, Ham. Flag on the play. God damn.
Mahomes and Otto. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah. But same with like let's say Outriders. If that goes offline, I have a physical copy of Outriders, but it's like it's worth nothing without the servers.
Yeah.
So I mean that's also another piece of the. I don't know if I really want to get physical. I mean, hell, half of the Ubisoft games that come out have a big old print right on the cover that says "Need internet to play." Well, why would I go get it physical then?
What's the point?
Unless the game comes out and tells me straight up, like, hey, and I think this is an excellent marketing tactic as well, right? And it has been used a little bit, but I don't think it's been used very much. Where these platforms can say, hey, you can get this physical, and they should say this as well. You can get this physical and or digital game, which you can do on Steam for sure, or not Steam, but like GOG, right? Where you can get digital games, but in this case, we're talking about like PlayStation and stuff like that, right? So for like PlayStation and stuff like that, you can still get the physical games. That's cool, but they need to make them DRM free if it's even worth anything at all, or else getting a physical game that has DRM is literally a waste of time. The only thing that's cool about it is you can show people and be like, I got me a box. But that's it. I got me a colorful box. That's really all you got.
Yeah.
And no, Matthew he says do physical to me. No.
Yeah. Because then the game goes and it's gone forever. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Um, yeah. So for me, the whole physical games thing, I'm honestly, if the next consoles give us the option to go diskless from launch, that's probably the one that I'm going to pick.
You made a
I
big
bought.
kerfuffle about physical games not that long ago.
Also,
You made a big kerfuffle about PlayStation 5 Pros not coming with a disc, and you also made a big kerfuffle about Xbox not having a physical disc tray in the white Xbox that was coming out a while back. These are all things that ain't. These are all things that you complained about prior, and now you're telling. But see, during that time, I remember you saying I had a realization that I haven't bought shit physical, and then you said I don't even fuck with physical anymore. So I'm just kind of reminding
right. So
myself, I
the
guess, of
argument
the
is open
road.
and closed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess I was more or less reminding myself of the road that of your road of realization.
It wasn't a road of realization.
It was a road of
No, I still
realization.
prefer I still prefer physical. The only problem is
So
I
it's not
live in a
worth it.
place where physical gaming, no, it is worth it in my opinion. It's
It
just that
isn't
I
in your
live,
position though.
yeah, yeah. But as an idea, it's still worth it in my opinion
Yeah,
because
you like to have the box. I like
I
the
live,
box.
I live somewhere where the option to even buy physical is impossible, right? But if I could buy physical, I would. I absolutely would. It's the type of stuff that would make me consider, oh, maybe I shouldn't go 100% into PC. But then again, it's so convenient to lug your library around in your Steam Deck rather than having to carry an entire cabinet up and down every time you have to move. Or if you travel, you can only pick like 5 or 6 games, and you have to be careful that they don't get cracked while you're on the way. You know what? Fuck physical.
See,
Um, yeah,
road to realization.
yeah. Vince says buying a discless console, get a PC instead. Again, dude, like I said, PC is my main platform right now, but I will still buy these consoles because of content creation.
I honestly think they should still do physical in for consoles, but have it just be an add-on. To be real, like
Hmm.
at this point where like me myself, I like physical stuff, but like as I said, it doesn't make sense for me right now, especially with the Xbox to go physical, seeing that my Series S can't play that stuff, you know? So
Yeah,
I'd only be buying it for my Series X. So like unless they make an adapter, it's kind of silly for me to buy a physical game unless I can get it on a crazy good deal and be okay with only playing it on my Series X, which I would be fine with. I'm
hmm.
fine with keeping a game, but like I said, at the end of the day, it stinks if I bought a physical copy and it has DRM, and then it then makes it feel silly.
Yeah. Dorian Gray, being a terrible person, says I always want these I love physical people to have to move often. That's that's terrible. That's a terrible thing to say, Dorian Gray. It's very mean of you to say that. But yeah, Ham, so let's assume the prices go up. Let's assume the prices go up. Do you think people will be willing to pay an extra $10? Because you know these companies always like
For
they
physical
offset the
games,
costs. Yeah,
yeah, people will. People that are people that feel like they need to have physical will. They will. They'll do it to make a
the
point, and they'll complain about it the entire time. Yeah, for sure they will. They will, and they'll complain about it the entire time as if their complaining is going somewhere, but really it's not because they're paying for it.
and there's not enough of them paying for it. Because if more gamers bought physical, we would have more physical choices. But you look at all these stats and these reports that come out saying that like 90% of games that were sold were digital. It's like, okay,
And guess
we
what,
see
Loke? If
you.
they complain about it and don't buy it, they'll just stop making it. So it's a lose lose for them. They don't win at
Yeah,
all. They just lose.
yeah, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. And once the death of physical gaming. All right.
No, I mean, kind of at this point, I kind of do just because PC is kind of leading the charge, and they don't need physical at all. So it makes me kind of wonder what the point is anymore.
If we're going with them, we
I
might as well
remember
get
when I
the.
used to have to put a product key into my PC
Yeah,
to run a game.
yeah, yeah. That's how old we are.
The game was all there, but it was locked behind a product key. So
Man,
so it proves you bought it.
we're from the before times, Ham.
We call them simpler times, but they definitely weren't simple.
The ancient times. Ty, oh my God, Ty says this is why I say gamers are entitled. They complain and don't care about facts. It's all about feelings. Cry, 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 losers. God damn.
What is he talking about in particular right now? I'm kind
It's
of
talking
curious.
about the people that complain about buying physical games.
Complain about buying physical games,
Yeah,
or
remember you
complain that
just
there's not physical games.
no the ones that buy physical games and then they complain that there's not enough physical games. Like
Well, to be
you were just saying it.
yeah, it's just it doesn't make any sense to to be honest anymore. Like it's cool, the novelty's nice, but we don't go to midnight releases anymore. Like everything that was cool about physical gaming is gone. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
hype behind it, the excitement, the sharing the moment with other people, the the special editions that came with the disc.
Now it's just special editions.
Now it's a special edition with an empty case or with a case with something weird in it that has a code to the game on it. Like my Starfield one has a credit stick with with the game with the game code on it, which is essentially just a product key. And seeing that, I mean, it just to me, it's kind of silly to be mad about physical games, in my opinion, anymore. Um, I guess unless you're Nintendo, I could see you being mad if you're Nintendo, especially PlayStation, maybe, but not really. Just because, especially since, and here's why I say not really for PlayStation, they're putting their games on the PC, so that's why I say not really. If they were not putting their stuff on the PC, then I'd say 100% physical. You'd want that then, right? DRM would make it less attractive for sure, but it'd still be like, hey, this actually means something because you cannot play it anywhere else, right? But you can play it somewhere else on PC. You can play it a lot of different places on PC. So physical to me, for a lot of PlayStation games, if they're not exclusive, if they're not exclusive, then it's kind of silly to me.
Yeah, it's kind of limiting. Dorian Gray wants to pick a fight with Ty. It's unfortunate that we have to go. Anyways, Ham, is there anything else you'd like to add before
Hell
we
nah, man. I've been
bounce?
podcasting way too long today, and I got another show here in like 3 hours. Like I am cooked.
You can do it. You can do it.
I can definitely do it. It's something I gotta get used to because it's just a Wednesdays now. But I what I need to do though is just do less on my early show because I did a long ass show today, and it was
Hmm.
because the last 2 days I did short shows.
Oh, okay.
So like I felt like I needed to kind of catch up and hang out for a little bit longer,
Hmm.
and I don't know.
Just
I
have a Dr. Pepper. You'll be
felt kind
fine.
of lethargic today, to be honest. Like I didn't feel like I was on my A game. I felt like a little
Mm.
lost, and man,
Tired.
not
Also,
every
you were
day's
sick.
perfect.
Also, you were sick, right?
I've been sick this whole entire week. It's been terrible.
Yeah. So I think that also didn't help. Um. So yeah. Thank you so much, people. Thank you for everyone coming into chat. Ty is trolling in the chat, obviously. Thank you to everyone that shared their thoughts. Make sure you guys smash the like button on your way out. We will see you tomorrow for Ham's Daily Show. Y'all have yourselves a very, very good Wednesday. Bye bye.
They said we said, they said we said, they said we said, they said we said.